I know a lot of you wanted to get into digital marketing, but don't know what skill sets are needed, what's the current job market trends in this field. In fact, digital marketing has gained so much popularity over the past 10 years and has changed a lot since I first started this career. So in this video, I'm going to share my first-hand findings by analyzing 1,000 digital marketing jobs listing currently on LinkedIn and see what we'll find out. There are a few key things that we want to find out in this analysis: the hard skills and soft skills required by the employers, if certifications are needed, what are trends of using AI in digital marketing, years of experience needed, the trends of job responsibility in digital marketing, and the education level requirement. Before I jump into the analysis, just really quick on the criteria that I use to get this data. For the job data, I get it from LinkedIn by searching with the keyword digital marketing. So for example, digital marketing specialist, digital marketing manager, digital marketing officer, etc. I didn't use any filters so to make sure we can reflect the most accurate picture. And also I found even ChatGPT Plus has limitation analyzed data more than 1,000 rows. So for these analysis, I would just keep it below 1,000. For the countries, I picked the top few countries that have high demand for digital marketing talents, and I have asked Perplexity AI and have done some research around this. So our final list goes to United States, India, Canada, Australia, UK, Singapore. I know you may want to include more countries. I want that too, but since we just analyzed around 1,000 job listings, so we need to make sure we have a decent amount of job listing per country. And for the methodology, I'm not a programmer unfortunately, so I just use a Chrome extension to scrape all the job listing data for the 6 countries that I mentioned and then export them as a CSV file. So for each country, I copied the first 220 digital marketing job listing from the scraped data. I also have a final checkup to remove any duplicated company names, so make sure each company is unique to remove any potential bias in the data. So here is the final CSV data that we got. It contains around 960 rows of all the cleaned up. And now we're gonna use ChatGPT 4 to do the analysis. The first thing I'm gonna do is to make sure ChatGPT is able to read the CSV file and return the hello rows and the correct number of data rows for me. Nice job, ChatGPT. Now our first question is to know what are the most in-demand hard skills in digital marketing. What I see ChatGPT is doing is to look through the job description in the file and see if any matches in the hard skills in digital marketing I specify. Whoa, so you can see analytics, SEO, SEM are the top 3, and for analytics and SEO, nearly half of the job ads have these 2 skills mentioned. Actually, I won't be too surprised because search encounter a really big portion for most of the online brands, and analytics ability is what every digital marketer should have. And the following we have email marketing, content creation, content marketing, e-commerce. Personally, I do agree content marketing is a critical skill because lots of the time you will need to do lots of research around your target audience and craft a resonating messaging for your target audience for the best ROI. No matter you're planning a product launch, a sales promotion, brand partnership, and e-commerce is definitely a hot skills too. More brands are thinking to build presence online, and so take some time to reflect on your current skill stack and see if any of these hard skills you're not familiar with, and try to equip yourself with these skills by either taking a course or learning from free resources online. And now let's ask what are the most common tools or software that digital marketers should know. So the top 5 are Excel, Google Analytics, Google Ads, Salesforce, HubSpot, and this is really helpful information. Google Analytics and Excel are quite obvious. Most companies require a really good ability to use these tools for data analysis, and it also syncs with what we see from the in-demand skills just now. As for Google Ads, this may also be due to the fact that most companies are heavily investing in it, and it's still one of the best performing PPC ads format compared to other social media ads. As for Salesforce and HubSpot, lots of companies, especially B2B, are using it for CRM and have lots of big market share. And I highly encourage you to check out HubSpot Academy. They also offer lots of free courses and certifications so you can better equip yourself. And one thing to note that I'm quite surprised that Tableau is also quite top of the position. And these are a few job examples that require candidates to use Tableau for dashboard creation. I would say it also depends on the role. If it requires lots of data analytics, then Tableau is definitely good skills to have. And as digital marketers, you will come across does a lot of dashboard building for projects. So now we can take a step further to ask ChatGPT if certifications are expected for these job listings. But instead of giving it a list of certifications names, which is really hard to match, we're gonna just ask it to check how many of job listings have the words certification mentioned so we can get a sense of the employer's expectation. So now you can see only around 10% of the total job listing have stated certification in the job description. So what does it mean to you as a job seeker is that certifications are not really a must-have, and most of the companies value your experience more than having certifications. Though I would emphasize that if you don't have any experience in digital marketing, then having 1 to 2 relevant certifications for the role you want to apply is still recommended. Now, a popular questions we all have is to understand if AI is a required skills in digital marketing jobs. So let's ask ChatGPT and generate the findings in a pie chart format. So now you can see 10% of the job listing have these AI skills mentioned. Although 10% is not a high percentage, but I would say it's not small as well. And I believe this percentage will keep increasing as AI is getting more accessible by the companies. And I've asked it to give me a few examples, and most of them you can see are related to automation, using AI tools to optimize digital marketing efforts. So this is a strong evidence that you should get yourself familiar with using different AI tools for different digital marketing tasks, like using it for quicker data analysis, streamlining marketing tasks if you want to stay competitive on the job market. Keep yourself updated to the latest AI trends and knowledge. I also have talked about this in my previous video, so you can check it out. Now let's move on to the soft skills. From our data, the top 5 soft skills that most companies are looking for are communications, collaborations, leadership, attention to detail, interpersonal skills, and communication is the #1 soft skills, having over half of the job ads have these skills mentioned. And I think because lots of times as digital marketers, we will handle a project from start to finish and need to collaborate with so many parties, external, internal. So I would say this is definitely a critical skills to have. For example, how you can more effectively communicate your data findings both verbally and written and get to the point quickly is what I see important for digital marketers, as well as leadership. So you will need to lead the project or campaign and align with different stakeholders on the same mission and be able to identify priority tasks and final solutions to achieve campaign goals. And most of the time is really self-driven, and so leadership is an important skill to have. It also aligns with the latest findings from LinkedIn, where communication is the top #1 soft skills. What's more is also added adaptability as the top skills of the moment, which means it has the fastest growth compared to the same period last year. It means companies are looking for more flexibility and adaptability from candidates to cope with the fast changes because of technology. I'll include the link below if you want to learn more. Now let's move on to the years of experience. We're going to ask ChatGPT how many years of experience are needed for these digital marketing jobs. As you see, not all jobs indicate years of experience. Over half of them fall into the 3 to 5 years of experience, which I consider is mid-level digital marketers. For entry level with 0 to 2 years, it has around 11%, while for more senior level that about 6 years to 10 years, it has around 23%. For more than 10 years and above, it's just less than 5% of the total job listing that we analyze. So what does it mean to you as a candidate is that experience is a very important asset for advancing your career in digital marketing, and this is also reflected from these job ads. I think the top reasons for that is because digital marketing is very practical. You need to apply the knowledge to enhance the skill set. But don't lose hope if you don't have any experience. That still job require a minimal years of experience, and also you can still acquire experience from your DIY project. And so here are some job examples. For minimal years of experience, there are usually entry-level roles like digital marketing coordinator, assistant. As for job require over 10 years of experience, these are mostly senior or executive level roles. Now let's move on to the common job responsibility and see if we can identify some trends. For this analysis, I'll ask ChatGPT to analyze it using natural language processing, but not keyword matching, so to see what trend it can identify. So you can see tasks like developing digital marketing strategy, managing campaigns, analyzing data. as well as content creation, website management, and client management. These are all very common job responsibility for a digital marketer. For some roles, it may be very specific in one area, but from experience and observation, most digital marketers also need to multitask a lot, meaning you will need to handle multiple areas at once. As for the trends besides SEO, data analysis, and social media, it says that client relations and team focus is also a noted trend, which I also agree is being emphasized more and more. And again, as we discussed, this is why communications and collaborations are so highly valued by employers to make sure candidates can handle both internal and external communications well. And actually, another trend I would add is leadership. This is definitely the trend I can see in digital marketing roles. Leadership is not only about people leadership, but can also be project leadership. So meaning how you can lead the projects well and managing different key stakeholders' relationship is considered important to be a good digital marketer as well. So what does it mean to you as a job seeker? Is that how you should equip yourself with these experience to match expectation from the employers. If you are not currently working in digital marketing or in other field, you can earn this experience by initiating your own projects or offering your service to local business for free. If you're currently working in digital marketing, then definitely try to gain more experience in these areas and emphasize that in your resume. Now let's move on to the education requirement needed for these digital marketing jobs. So we'll define this into 4 education levels as diploma, bachelor, master, and PhD. Note that not all the job listings have mentioned the education requirements, so they won't add up to 100% because a job listing can accept multiple education levels, for example, a bachelor's or a master degree. So you can see that 35% of the job requires at least a bachelor degree, and around 10% of jobs that mention a master degree, which I believe are for those more senior or executive level roles. So what does it mean to you is, although digital marketing is very practical, still having a bachelor degree will definitely give you advantage in terms of job searching or fulfilling the job requirement. And from my experience, I would say this is particularly the case for big companies because they tend to have more strict hiring policy and are more competitive to join as well compared to a small company or even a startup. So you need to understand where you're at. If you aim at a more senior position at a big company, then having a bachelor or even a master degree is still recommended. But if you wish to join a startup or a small company, then from my experience, it may not be as strict as a big company. Sometimes they will also take into considerations of your year of experience and knowledge. Although these sample data doesn't 100% reflect the whole picture, it still gives lots of insight as the digital marketing job seeker about the current job market trend and what employers are expecting. If you need more personalized advice to prepare your next career move in digital marketing, perhaps any tips to increase your chance in getting a job interview, you can connect with me. I also encourage you to watch my other video on how I will learn digital marketing if I'm starting over, so you can better equip yourself today. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you can see more content like this. See you soon.